Man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy. We back. What the What the freak, man? But hey, man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy. We back at doing another video, man. Got Legends Productions. What NBA players really said in 2025? Man, this year 2026. It's crazy, man. We thought we would have flying cars back then, but we're still with the same old shit, just upgraded. Man, let's get straight into this.
With 2025 coming to an end, a lot of trash talk was caught around the league. Players went at each other. Coaches made outlandish statements. And even fans got involved.
I remember I saw this.
Heroes get remembered.
Yo, chain thing.
Overall, 2025 gave us some really exciting moments, and I'm here to break them down. In today's video, I'm giving a full recap of the best trash talk from 2025. You will see a mix of me reading audio and interviews for each individual clip. Just a quick disclaimer, I have to add my commentary to avoid copyright issues. This is literally the only way this content can be posted, so I just wanted to make that clear. Also, there will be no December clips included, as those will be a part of my next video. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. To start, let's talk about the time Giannis Antetokounmpo literally wanted to fight Chris Paul. With 3 minutes left, the Spurs were up big. The Bucks were about to empty their bench, but Chris Paul had other plans. As Giannis tried to make a move, Paul tripped him. Some people think it was accidental, but Giannis thought otherwise. He immediately confronted Paul and said,
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room.
And Legends, you want to throw an ad on me like that, brother?
Mind you, Paul almost took out Giannis during the NBA Finals, so he was pissed. Giannis kept going at Paul, who told him to shut the f*** up. Refs ended up calling a common foul, which is when Paul made his face to Giannis. He kept asking Giannis why he was so mad, but here's when things took a turn. Paul said something out of line, making Giannis say, "Try it. Go ahead and try it."
Damn.
Try it. He also told Paul to meet him after the game, and the brothers tried to separate them.
We rarely see Giannis like this.
"I'm good" 3 times, which Paul took offense to. As you see, Giannis
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It would be bad what Giannis would do to Chris Paul. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's when Giannis had enough. Right after the game was over, Giannis actually waited for him. He said, "I'm right here." Paul thought he was playing, but Giannis repeated the same thing. Paul replied with "what?" and Giannis said, "Where are you going?" "I meant what I said." Paul wasn't bothered one bit and replied, "You're not doing anything." "I don't care. You're not doing anything." At this point, Giannis kept it moving, but he addressed the situation shortly after.
I don't think we typically see you go.
They haven't tried me. You gotta try me. You don't know, they ain't trying me.
They haven't tried me. You have to try me.
So if you try me, you're gonna get that different side of me. It's gotta be constant.
So if you try me, you're gonna get that different side of me.
Like if I feel like you're putting my livelihood and my career and my body in jeopardy, in danger,
how old is Giannis?
Enough is enough, brother. You know, I have
enough is enough, brother.
Feet, and what makes you laugh can also make you cry sometimes, huh?
Looking back at the replay, Chris Paul did give him a stare, so there was clearly some intent. Giannis had to stand up for himself, something LeBron James can relate to. In a game against the New York Knicks, LeBron got into a serious exchange with Stephen A. Smith. This came after Bronny was heavily criticized for his play, with Stephen A. saying this:
"I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. You're exposed."
And this is literally the reason he only pressed him, but Stephen A doesn't understand that. Like, are you that slow, Stephen A?
Like this?
LeBron thought Stephen A went too far, so he confronted.
Okay, you said I'm pleading to you as a father. You don't understand that?
person.
And
During
those
the
been going
timeout, LeBron noticed
easy on the
him close
internet.
by and saw the perfect opportunity. He ended up leaving the team huddle and got right in his face. He said,
That mean Mark. I don't know if that might be Marquise Morris. I don't know if it's Marcus or Marquise. I think it's Marquise. That man stood right next to him just in case.
I mean, things got so bad that LeBron made him check the weather app. That's how embarrassing this moment was for Stephen A, but that wasn't it. Before playing Boston, LeBron explained his interaction to Richard Jefferson.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
In other words, LeBron didn't want his fatherhood to be questioned over Bronny's game. Still, Stephen A kept talking about the situation as he said,
Let me assure you, it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked. Because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
With that being said, LeBron took to Instagram.
Oh, and he posted it. Oh, I like this video. I remember liking this.
Probably
Oh,
one
that
of the
shit had me
worst
dying,
films
bro.
I've ever seen, but that's Smith for you. You can't expect much from him, which is exactly how Paolo Banchero felt about Ty Jerome. With 10 minutes
Ty
left
oh, I
in the
remember
second,
this.
Jerome was looking to make a play. He couldn't convert
Is he still on
the
the
shot,
Cavs?
so Paolo said. Still, the Cavs grabbed the offensive rebound, giving Jerome a second chance. This
Hey,
time,
got
he
a
was
bucket?
able to get past Paolo,
Damn.
making a tough bucket in the paint. Jerome also stared him down, and Paolo replied, "You're trash." You could tell where things were going, and Jerome was just getting started. After
Bro, that man
drawing a
looked like
foul on
Aiden
this
Ross,
play,
bro.
He started chirping towards the Magic bench, basically telling them that nobody could mess with him, but Paolo took that personally.
Is he
After
still on the
Jerome
Cavs?
missed his first free throw, Paolo didn't hold back. Now, just when you thought Jerome was
This
done
is really
talking,
Aiden
he
Ross in the
clapped
NBA.
back.
Are you starting over Anthony Black? Hell nah.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good response.
Who else on the
Jerome,
team?
and Paolo
Desmond Bane?
replied,
Hell
"He ain't
nah."
shit and he knows it. Definitely one of the best interactions this year, but Paolo wasn't done.
But this was before
After
Bane
leading
even
the
got
Magic
there.
to a comeback, he had some words for the crowd. Paolo was definitely
That
feeling
man was
himself
going
here,
crazy.
but Jerome wasn't just any casual player. He was actually a runner-up for sixth man, which is the complete opposite of Myron Garner. He's currently on a two-way contract with Miami, yet he still decided to talk trash to Klay Thompson. This took
You
place
crazy.
in November of this year, and Garner basically called him a bum several times. Mind you, Garner didn't even play
You
a single minute.
Called Klay Thompson a bum. He's got to be trolling just to get in his head.
So Klay couldn't believe he was talking that much. During a timeout, he had enough.
Damn. Ooh.
Imagine being
No, but
able
he's
to
got to
build
be
an app
trolling
with
just to
your
get in his
name
head.
on it, just
That's
by
probably what
thinking
he's just
about
doing.
it. Meet Base 40.
That's honestly a tough line right there, and you can't really come back from that.
Bro,
Garner
imagine
tried
talking shit to
keep
Klay
the excitement
Thompson, bro.
going, but he just kept getting
Klay
worse.
Thompson?
Not only did Klay point at him after making a three, but he was literally forced to apologize after the game. Caron Butler was in charge, making sure Klay didn't feel disrespected. Definitely an embarrassing moment for Garner.
He made him
but at least he
apologize?
didn't go as
Nah,
far
bro,
as
that's
Jordan
crazy.
Poole. During a game against Memphis, he insulted KCP to another level. With 3 minutes left in the second,
I
Poole
think,
launched
yeah,
a three
this.
during a dead ball. For some reason, KCP pushed him mid-air and Poole landed near the scores table. The referees held a review and KCP was pissed. Poole thought the foul was intentional, which is when things got intense. I don't think I've ever seen Poole this animated before, and a lot of people felt the same way. In the end, there was
didn't
no
Draymond
additional
punch him?
penalty on the play. PJ
Bro.
Washington, however,
Dude, the
was
fact that
lucky.
actually
In a
happened,
game
bro,
against the
Draymond
Lakers,
legit
he
fucked up
committed
the
a hard
Warriors.
foul on this play.
Damn!
Mind you, there was already some prior tension, so this didn't come out of nowhere. Washington still tried to
Damn.
pump Williams up, but Caruso stood up for his teammate. That's when Kyrie Irving intervened. Isaiah Joe tried to push Kyrie away, but he wasn't going for it. That's how mad Kyrie was, and he kept going at Caruso. In the end, the refs called a flagrant foul 1 on Washington,
Flagrant?
and he
Damn.
couldn't believe it. That's exactly how Kevin Durant felt when Cam Spencer tried talking trash. With a minute left in the second, Spencer was going for a steal but got called for a foul. Spencer disagreed as he yelled, "Oh my god." John Morant came to defend him, but Durant quickly pushed him away. Then Desmond Bain stepped in and said, "What you on?" That's when Durant fired back. Durant ended up making the free throw and kept talking to Spencer.
Bro, I wonder where
way
Josh gonna
back.
get traded to. I heard this. Damn. I heard this top destination Miami.
Durant was really talking crazy in this clip, but it didn't stop there. Cam Spencer got his get back in the third after making his three. He told Durant, "I'm open," implying that he basically had no defense.
Damn, KD tried to
Durant
trip
then
him.
replied, "Shut your ass up." That's when Desmond Bain came and went face to face with Durant.
Oh.
He pushed Bain away and said, "What are you gonna do?" Double technical fouls were called, and Durant was loving every single part of it. Even Devin Booker got involved in the trash talk. With 10 minutes left in the fourth, Booker made a tough layup and said this to Spencer. That's the type of energy we like to see, and Booker just wanted to have Durant's back. Anthony Edwards also did the same thing with Rudy Gobert after Lakers fans won.
Oh my, I
This
remember
occurred
this.
during
Rudy got 200 minutes.
saying all kinds
Rudy
of
got
things.
200 million.
After a timeout, Edwards stepped in and said the following.
Oh, he got 300 million. 200 bands, bro. I mean, that's a lot that's a lot of money, but that don't compare to these NBA players. Come on now. Bro, what?
That's actually a crazy thing to say, and the NBA was quick to fine him
$50
$50,000.
50 bands.
Still, Anthony Edwards was just
That's
getting
like
started.
$500
In
to
game
him.
two, he tried to get in LeBron's head. After drawing a foul on this play, LeBron yelled at the ref, and Edwards tried to instigate.
I ain't gonna lie. Bron's one person that can get away with that.
Edwards is really one of a kind, keeping this energy throughout the rest of the series.
Damn, bro, this
In
series
game
haunt-
4, he
still
shoved
haunts me.
LeBron multiple times, trying to throw his game off. It worked in his favor as the Wolves won the series in 5. Gobert had a huge game 5 with 20 and 20.
The fact we let Rudy Gobert that game have 27 and 24 rebounds. I know we didn't have a big, but fuck.
And Edwards made sure to let LeBron know.
I ain't lying, but Brown retires. Ant might be my favorite player. Him or Cooper Flag.
Edwards even waved goodbye to the crowd, and LeBron even tried to get him a tag. That right there sums up the series for the Lakers, and Edwards
sad.
didn't stop talking. After the game, he said this in the tunnel.
Lakers of.
Just when you thought he was done, Edwards kept going outside the arena.
I'm minding my business, man.
This man wanted to talk.
Hey, how you gonna do that? They be talking shit. Man, they been talking shit all week. Hey, all fine. And then look, when we was up 3-1, they said Lakers in 7. And they said, go to hell today. Good guy gonna die in this movie. Good guy gonna die in this movie. Hey, Chestnut died in this movie.
Yeah, man. Shit still stinks. Even though it was last season, shit still stinks to this day.
E-commerce store.
This man Edwards is something else, and the Lakers really couldn't
Nah, but I
do
fuck with
anything
it. I
about
fuck
him.
with his energy,
However,
though.
that wasn't as crazy as what Draymond Green said to Karis LeVert. This one line literally sums up his NBA career.
Oh, I
as
remember. He was
completely
talking
ruthless.
this
With a
to
minute
Kuminga.
left in the second, the Warriors were down 13.
Shit,
and
Kuminga
needed a
demanded
bucket.
that trade, boy.
Kuminga
When he's
decided
gonna
to
get
take
traded to.
matters into
Might be
his
for
own,
MPJ.
going one-on-one with Karis LeVert. He
MPJ
drew
to
a
the Warriors,
foul and
low-key.
had
That's
some words
kinda
right
nice.
after.
Not gonna lie.
LeVert didn't take it lightly, and this happened. Draymond heard the conversation and decided to get involved.
You've been
That's
traded
when
7
things went
times.
wrong for LeVert. Even Trae Young knew Draymond went too far.
You've been
and he was
traded
making
7
it more
times.
embarrassing for LeVert. A few days later, Draymond gave us a bit more insight to the situation.
I was just checking
I
into the
forgot.
game
He got a
too.
podcast.
And I butted in because all I heard was like he looking at JK like at the free throw line, and he was like, "You was this close to being traded." That's what he said. Like you was this close to being traded. And so that's all I heard. I didn't hear anything else that was said. All I heard was, "You was this close to being traded," which was why my response was, "Bro, you've been traded 7 times. Like, how you gonna talk to him about almost being traded?" And then Karis goes, he started talking about me being traded first. But I wasn't hearing none of that at that point. I had already went off the top rope, and it was what it was.
Wait, what?
And then Karis goes, he started talking about me being traded first. But I wasn't hearing none of that at that point. I had already went off the top rope.
Talking about
and it
Draymond
was
being
what it
traded?
was.
Kuminga.
In the end, this made sense all along, and LeVert just couldn't match that energy. On the other hand, Westbrook didn't back down when Jalen Green confronted him. With 4 minutes left in the third, the Nuggets turned the ball over. Mind you, they were already down by 22, so Westbrook hustled back. He fouled Jalen Green in transition, who thought it was a dirty play. He confronted Westbrook and said, "Don't do that shit. Don't do that." However, Westbrook immediately responded. He also started talking to the Rockets bench, which is when he dropped this infamous line. The fact that the whole Rockets bench was laughing is crazy,
Everybody laughed.
but at least things didn't cross the line. Meanwhile, DeMar DeRozan had to deal with that when a fan approached him. This came
Oh, I
after he
remember
put his
this.
phone and flashlight right in his face, which ended horribly wrong.
Yeah, DeMar, they trying to kick me out from the ring.
Damn.
My phone. Let me get my phone. Let me get my phone.
Damn. Oh.
Now, the craziest part is
I hear, but you don't just walk up to someone with a whole fucking camera in their face. You don't do that. You go approach them nicely.
that the fans somehow ended up in the ER. No further action
How?
was taken, but you just can't mess with anyone from Compton like that. The
Hey, you don't just
Johnson
walk
is
up on
another
someone.
player who had an intense encounter with a fan. This happened after the fan accused him of losing his parlay, and Murray wasn't going.
Oh, I remember.
I gotta tell you something though.
Fuck your over, little nigga.
You stole me on my over. Fuck your over, little nigga. Bro, what's the go, bro? I'm watching you, bro. That's the type of guy you are. This nigga just told me that. That's why Jania cheating on you, bitch.
The
Damn.
crazy thing about this is that Murray barely even played in 2025, so the fact that the fan brought that up randomly is hilarious. Now let's move on to another moment where a player wanted to fight Chris Paul. This time it was Kevin Durant who didn't
Damn, Chris
take
Paul
any
just having
lightly. With
altercations.
3 minutes left in the third, Durant called for a switch on Paul. He took
First
it
Giannis, not
1-on-one
KD.
before Paul got called for a reaching foul. Afterwards, Paul had some words for Durant, and it started as normal trash talk. However, Paul said something deeper just a few seconds later, and you can hear Durant's reaction to it. Like I said, it's not entirely clear what Paul said to aggravate Durant, but things only kept getting worse. As Durant inbounded the ball, Paul kept talking and the two got into it.
Oh.
Hand off your taxes to an expert in your
Broski.
neighborhood. Now,
Broski.
your TurboTax expert can file for you.
Broski.
Durant also called him a bitch while Paul
Damn.
was being held back by Fox. Durant kept pointing at Paul, basically saying he's not the one. A foul was called on the other end, and Durant had more to say. Jeremy Sohan tried to separate Chris Paul, but he told him that he wasn't worried about Durant. Things were heating up, and Durant followed Paul before the half was over. He literally wanted all the smoke, but
Damn.
Paul just backed away. He's known for starting stuff like this without really following through, so this wasn't surprising. After the game, Durant explained the interaction.
Oh no, I think he was trying to, he like gimmicks, he's trying anything to win the game, so I think he was just trying to get in my head, knowing that I was heating up a little bit right around that time too, so I think he was just trying to get in my head, get me to react and get me out the game. But as we kept talking, I knew it was just a game or gimmick for him.
Basically, Durant knew what type of player Paul was, so maybe he overreacted. We're just gonna have to hear from Durant one day to explain what really happened. Now, it's one thing having two legends talking smack to each other, that's normal, but a role player acting like an all-star towards another role player, that's a rare feat, which is exactly what happened with Georges Niang and Quentin Grimes. For context, Grimes was averaging around 27 points per game in March. With Maxey, Embiid, and George sidelined for the rest of the season, Grimes took advantage of the opportunity. However, Niang thought it was a fluke. He noticed the whistle going his way, so he called him out. After picking up this foul, Niang literally roasted his entire NBA career.
Literally fouled him. What the fuck are we seeing?
George.
At this point, Grimes had to say something back, but Niang couldn't care less.
A role player talking to another role player.
I'm not gonna lie, the fact that Niang is the one saying this just doesn't
Not for real.
He's literally a role player who plays in the corner at all times. The definition of irony, but he really doesn't care who you are. Even if you're an all-star, Niang always keeps that same energy. Just ask Paolo Banchero. With 4 minutes left in the third, Paolo drew a foul on this play. There was barely any contact, but Niang got called for the personal. That's when he did this.
What the fuck?
Knowing Paolo from the previous clip with Ty Jerome, he didn't back down and a heated exchange followed.
Man, balling.
I honestly didn't know Niang talked this crazy, but that was a pretty solid comeback. Paolo still had the last word as they matched up in the play-in tournament. He mocked Niang every time he could as the Magic advanced to the NBA playoffs. Definitely some great energy right here, but Ja Morant took things to another level. Not only did he start talking from the sidelines, but he also went at Klay Thompson. These two have a history in the playoffs, so this didn't come out of nowhere. With 20 seconds left, the Mavericks went to Klay for the game-time shot, but he missed it. Ja mocked him with a thumbs down as the Grizzlies came out with the win. Right after the buzzer sounded, Ja said this to Klay. Ja kept pointing at Clay, so he smacked his hand away. Still, Ja had more to say.
You can't. I don't get what's up with this calling Clay a bum. He may be a little not what he used to be, but come on, we're talking about Klay Thompson here, bro.
Like I said, these
talking
two
about Klay
have never
Thompson?
got along, so Clay went all in during his post-game interview.
And then with Ja, he's a funny guy. He has a lot to say all the time, especially for a guy who rarely takes accountability. It's funny to run your mouth when you're on the bench. It's kind of the story of his career so far, just leaving us wanting more. When you're a star, it comes with a great responsibility. I hate to see that go to waste.
That right there had to hurt if you're Ja Morant, because Clay did have a point. Ja has had a very weird relationship with the Grizzlies, saying this after
that man
games.
finna get traded.
You get the same joy right now that we used to see from you?
No.
No. Go ask the coaching staff. Go ask the coaching staff. Should I play more or not?
Yeah, he getting traded.
Don't play me, honestly. That's what basically the message was after, so.
Even Kevin Durant noticed this and said this to his dad. That's how bad.
Don't want to be in Memphis, I know that.
So hopefully Ja can figure it out. Now, we can't talk about 2025 without mentioning Luka Doncic. He was literally involved in the craziest trade ever, being sent to the Lakers.
Oh my, it's still not real. I still can't believe this shit was real, bro.
Luka was way out of shape and didn't have what it takes to win a title. With that in mind, Luka didn't waste any time in his first game against Dallas. For some reason, Nico Harrison showed up to Luka's pregame warm-up.
Why?
Luka barely made any eye contact with him, but he later did push-ups to make a point. When he began, Luka was on fire. He made sure to let the Mavericks know, saying this after a three.
I'm working on a story on
Broski.
These people are capable of almost anything.
Alright, look, can we just play some defense?
Selling the team,
Okay.
and Dallas fans had enough. With Nico showing up to games, they started chanting, "Fire Nico." Things got so tense that a fan literally said that to his face.
Oh yeah, I saw this. This is crazy.
Fire Nico! Fire Nico!
To his face, bro. Nah, that man got some
Fan yelled
balls.
the same thing during a PJ Washington free throw.
Damn. At least PJ's sticking up.
As a result, fans started to get kicked out of the arena as Nico Harrison couldn't handle the backlash. It came to the point where Mark Cuban was annoyed.
Damn.
It's just crazy how this whole situation even took place.
And the man got fired this season,
On
bro.
the other hand, Damian
After the
Lillard
team did
was
ass.
really bothered by Tyrese Halliburton.
Still
It all
doing
started
ass.
in Game 1 of the 2025 playoffs. The Bucks and Pacers matched up in the first round with Lillard not available. He was still on the sidelines supporting his team, and things got shippy. With a minute left in the fourth, Halliburton drove to the basket and drew a foul on Giannis. Lillard had something to say from the bench, but Halliburton just nodded back. That's until a timeout was called and a confrontation took place. Lillard said, "We suck, we're gonna see about that." Gary Trent Jr. also added, "You're sweet." Still, Lillard kept going and said, "You're gonna see. You're gonna see. And I'll beat your ass." Siakam had Halliburton
They always add that in there.
back saying, "Why is he talking? Why is he talking?" Then Halliburton told him, "It's time to get them the out of here, bro." A rivalry was
And they won in 5
and Lillard
games.
returned in game 2. This was highly anticipated, especially after all the talking. Halliburton didn't waste any time and said this after making a floater. Basically letting Lillard know that he's here, but the Bucks were still in it. They cut the lead to 5 with a minute left, so Bucks players were pumped. That's when Halliburton drove to the rim and got blocked by Portis. He had some words for him, but Halliburton clapped back. Haliburton was loving every second of it, and the refs came to separate them. Portis also tried to fight Siakam, who replied, "Then do it." That's how shippy this series was becoming, but the Pacers took care of business. They managed to take a 3-1 lead, with them having a chance to close it out at home. With a few seconds left, Haliburton had the ball and drove past Giannis to give
for the game when it lay.
As you see here, his dad was pumped and started.
Oh yeah, I don't know why he did that in front of Giannis. There was no point in doing that.
Haliburton's dad got onto the court. He went directly.
There was no point in doing that.
Said, "This is what we do. This is what we fucking do." Giannis didn't say anything initially as John Haliburton kept mocking him. He hugged Tyrese and said,
"Man got banned and then unbanned."
At that point, Giannis knew who this person was and confronted John Haliburton. He said, "Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me."
Damn.
John replied, "I got you. I got you. I got you." Giannis then ended the conversation with "I love you" as John Haliburton was being separated. However, Giannis wasn't done there. Although it's unclear
then he got another scrap.
Grabbed Benedict Mathurin by the neck and tried to sun him. Mathurin
grabbing him by the neck is crazy.
"What? I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here." It took a while to separate the two, and it was clear that Giannis was mentally checked out. After the game, he explained his reasoning.
I believe like being humble in victory. That's the way I am. I've won the championship. They haven't. Coming in the floor and showing me his son a towel with his face. This is what we do. This is what we effing do. This the F we do. This. That's very, very disrespectful. Cursing at me, I think is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable.
In other words, Giannis didn't mess with anyone on the Pacers, and it became one of the biggest headlines of the year. However, that wasn't as crazy as what Tyronn Lue said to Chris Paul during practice. For those that don't know, Paul was sent home by the Clippers.
I can't believe they did Chris Paul like that. You gonna do CP like that even though your team is already ass?
This took place during training camp as the team was going over the system. Paul noticed a lack of structure within the offense, so he let Harden know.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagine in CoProducer. You can take...
Harden immediately told Tyronn Lue what Chris Paul said. However, that's when things took a turn.
Damn.
That's actually crazy for a coach to say.
That was I seen this clip. I thought this was after CP got
Lue tried to talk to Paul after practice.
I thought this was after he got released, but this is when he was on the team.
To talk to him. His body language says it all, and Coach Lue was basically talking to himself. Paul's role diminished, resulting in his departure from the team. Definitely a weird ending to an illustrious Clippers career.
Is he even signed with another team?
About the time Dillon Brooks tried to trash talk Anthony Edwards, but failed completely. It all started when Brooks hit Edwards in the face and said, "How much crying are you gonna do?" Jabari Smith Jr. knew what time it was, and all Edwards could do was laugh. Just a few seconds later, they both got tangled up, and Brooks literally would not let go. That led to an altercation, and Edwards took it personally. After knocking down these three, Edwards hit the Spider-Man celebration right in front of him. There was nothing Brooks could say back since Edwards dropped 41 on his head. As the game was winding down, Edwards said this. Edwards also pointed at Brooks and started laughing at him, telling him to get out of here and keep his mouth shut. As teams were heading to the locker room, Edwards had one last thing to say. That's how much Edwards disliked Brooks, and he made sure to express that in his post-game interview.
All the little slick, little dirty shit. Like he hit me in the face, and then I fell, and then he like, how much crying you gonna do? I'm like, bro, you hit me in my motherfucking face. What you want me to do? I just don't like that part. Like, don't do something and then act like you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? We can compete all day. We can talk it all day, but when you get to doing that, yeah, it's more than basketball at that point. You feel me? Like, we all grown men out here. We ain't finna do that. And, you know, he think he got like a reputation of punking people or something.
Now, just when you thought Brooks would stop, they got into it again. This time, it occurred on November 21st, 2025. Brooks was already talking crazy to Naz Reid, who was having a rough game. Reid didn't back down, however, and had some choice words.
Damn.
With that in mind, Edwards intervened and tried to silence Brooks. In the third quarter, he took him one-on-one and made this three right over him. A timeout was called and Edwards taunted Brooks. Unfortunately, those words didn't age well as Brooks helped Phoenix win a thriller. After the game, he had this to say.
Yeah, they were talking too early. And I love that when guys get too confident. And then once the pressure starts heating up, their eyes start getting big and they start getting scared, and the person who's talking too much made the 2 turnovers.
Oh, shut the fuck.
This is classic Dillon Brooks right here, and it's great to see him finally back up his talk. Someone who couldn't do the same, however, was PJ Washington. In a game against the Warriors, he got completely embarrassed. For context, the Mavericks had won the last 2 matchups against them. Washington was feeling himself, so he mocked the 9-9 celebration from Curry. Not once,
Never want to do that at all.
He even did it in street clothes, so Curry took that personally.
You never want to do
They
that.
matched up one last time on February 23rd, and the Warriors annihilated them. By the third quarter, they were already up by 21 points, and Curry saw his opportunity. With Washington guarding him, Curry got to work and made this 3 over him. He also did the 9-9 celebration and said, "F yeah, boy." Mind you, this happened in the third quarter, so that's how you know the game was over. Draymond Green also had some words for Washington as he said, Draymond really never forgets anything, and Curry had the last word.
The night stuff is never really predictable. It's just whenever I'm feeling it, and you gotta be good to do it. You gotta be good to do it.
It's funny because talking trash to Curry never ends well, so I
I
don't
don't,
even know
not gonna
why
lie.
Washington tried it. Now, what was even funnier was what Giannis Antetokounmpo said to the Detroit Pistons. With 11 minutes left in the third, Kate Cunningham was at the line. Giannis had complained about a call, but Kate tried to get him aggravated. That's when this happened.
I said, man, I didn't know he talked like
Of the
that.
year because I also didn't know Giannis talked like that.
Mm.
Even Ausar Thompson had to share a laugh, but that wasn't it. With 10 seconds left, the Pistons were down by 5 and had to score. They ended up drawing a play.
That's when Giannis blocked him into the celebration. I don't know why he got so mad.
Giannis. He also started doing his shimmy and offered to pick him up. Beasley seemed extremely annoyed, but
I don't know
Giannis
why
kept
he
trolling.
got all mad.
He followed Beasley and said,
The more you stay home, the less you want to leave. And the more you stay, the heavier everything feels. You think...
Beasley kept telling him to not do that, but Giannis didn't.
And guess what? This man's arrested. I don't know if he's still arrested for gambling. Betting on NBA games on himself, bro. Like, why?
This is honestly a bad look for Beasley, who went over to Twitter to explain his case. He said, "Let someone stand over you, hit your ish, then try to help me up. In what world will you let that slide in? I don't care how goofy he is."
He's trolling.
The funny thing is
It's a
that
joke.
Giannis was his teammate the previous season.
If I know he's
Beasley
trolling,
was
I'm not gonna
definitely
take
in
it to
his
heart.
feelings. In fact,
It's
Giannis came
Giannis.
up to him the next game and let him know it was all a joke. That's actually hilarious. It even came to that point, but at least everything got resolved. On the other hand, Tyrese Halliburton had to teach Trendon Watford a lesson. With 1.9 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, Benedict Mathurin found himself at the free throw line. The score was 106-103 Indiana, and these 2 free throws could seal a victory. However,
Don't tell me you missed
as
both.
Mathurin was getting ready to shoot, Trendon Watford said this. Mathurin decided to throw him back and even said, "Don't play with me." Haliburton was loving it, so he decided to intervene. Prior to this possession, Haliburton actually tried to inbound the ball off Watford's back, but it ended up backfiring. Watford cut the lead to 2 with a contested 3 while also taunting him. In other words, there was some build-up and Haliburton roasted him. Of course, just some competitive trash talk, but Haliburton wasn't done. Right after the timeout, he kept chirping at Watford and basically said that there's levels to this. Watford for some reason tried to get him teed up, but nothing happened. The Nets ended up losing the game and the banter continued. I'm not gonna lie, if 19-9 is a down year, then I don't know.
That is like the most retarded shit I've ever heard then.
In fact, he was so close.
And guess what? They went to the finals.
To a title. Unfortunately.
Damn, if he didn't get hurt, bro. Oh my gosh, if Tyrese didn't get hurt, bro. Oh my gosh. Just looking. Oh my. That Achilles pop, just looking at it makes my freaking Achilles hurt.
So we never got to witness it. Still, Haliburton made his case.
Bro, they should have. But I believe they would have had a close game and they could have won if Hallie didn't get hurt, bro.
Just
like started off the game hot.
In a game between the Suns and the Warriors, Payton started heckling Durant from the sidelines, basically trying to get in his head, but Durant didn't let that slide.
If you up here, I'm at the center. Hey, look here. Dude, he's gonna come out here in a minute. 20 years straight. By the time you was my age, you was the 8th man on the bench.
Damn.
Durant really cooked with that last line and Payton just kept it moving. However, Russell Westbrook did the complete opposite when Victor Wembanyama confronted him. With 6 minutes left in the second, Wemby tried to post him up, but Westbrook anticipated the drive. He stripped Wemby, giving the Nuggets numbers in transition. They weren't able to convert anything, so Wemby got the ball back and tried to score. That's when Westbrook tried to contest late and tensions rose.
She just run for the ball. I'm not gonna hit me now.
Westbrook even tried to swipe his hand away, but that's not even the funniest part. He went to pat Wemby on the head.
Oh hell no, I ain't gonna lie. Well, yeah, pat him back. When I was about to say, don't let Westbrook do that.
Shows the mutual respect these two have. On the other hand,
okay, Westbrook got his. Westbrook wanted to get one over.
These two have a deep history, and the tension is still ongoing. With 3 minutes left in the fourth, Dunn threw an elbow at Luka. Many people thought it was a flop, but Luka thought otherwise. He ended up confronting Dunn, and things got heated.
Y'all seen that AI clip of Luka punching? Y'all seen the AI clip of him punching the shit out of Chris Dunn? That shit had me dying, bro. AI is getting crazy. Really had him punching the shit out of him.
Saying,
I know.
Flopping.
Damn.
However, Luka wasn't bothered.
I wonder if Chris Dunn saw them videos.
Jackson Hayes also had some words for Dunn, calling him a pussy. As they were heading to the bench, more words were said. Like I mentioned, these two clearly hate each other, which is
that AI
exactly
clip, I just can't get that bitch out my head.
In Game 4 of the first round, things got intense. It started in the second quarter as Brooks did this to Curry.
Damn, bro, like...
Curry demanded for a review and the Warriors challenged it. Curry later told Brooks, "Foul on you. Foul on you." Brooks replied, "That's my first one." The call was changed to a foul.
What?
And Curry started smiling at the free throw line. However, things wouldn't end there. Just a minute later, Curry came off the screen and Brooks stripped him. A foul was called and Curry put two fingers for his second foul. Brooks didn't like that, so he tried to get the ball from him. An altercation broke out with Draymond pushing Brooks away. Curry was still pissed, so he confronted
Dude, I'm
Brooks.
waiting for
He
this.
said,
Dude, I'm telling you, one of these dudes are gonna swing on him.
talking to. Curry was basically trying to warn him, but Brooks didn't care. He didn't back down from anyone.
Dude, imagine Serge Ibaka still in the league, bro. Serge Ibaka would have swung on his ass.
Butler also had enough of Brooks.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
Brooks kept laughing, but Butler was serious. He added, "You're weak. You're weak." Yeah, after the free throw, Butler intentionally threw Brooks to the ground. Nothing was called, and Butler went right back at him. Despite having back issues, Butler ran as hard as he could to foul Brooks. The Rockets complained. Butler just said, "I went for the ball. I went for the ball." I'm not gonna lie, Butler knew exactly what he was doing.
You know he went ball. He went for the ball where? You know the man wanted to foul the shit out of him.
Of the game? No, we're not having fun. Give me a record for this. I don't like Dylan Brooks, so we're never having fun. I'm a fierce competitor. He's a fierce competitor, but there ain't nothing fun about that.
It's funny how literally every player says the exact same thing, so Brooks must be doing something right. Now, let's talk about the time the Hornets had a lot to say to the Lakers. For context, this game occurred just a few days after the Mark Williams trade was rescinded. The Lakers had agreed to trade Dalton Connect for him, but Williams failed his physical. Williams was sent back to the Hornets, so the team wanted to prove a point. In fact, the Hornets played their best game of the season. They found themselves up 2 with 40 seconds left as Rui Hachimura went to the line. That's when LaMelo Ball started playing mind games. As you see, LaMelo was hyped, so he kept distracting Rui.
How come he missed? This motherfucker missed both.
Rui missed both free throws is crazy. Then LaMelo blew
Two
past
free throws?
Vanderbilt and gave the Hornets a 4-point lead. Right after, everyone was hyped. Like
I like it, just got
this game
spanked
was
by them
entirely
again, bro.
dedicated to Mark Williams as the Hornets came out with the win. Shortly after, the whole team celebrated in the locker room like if it was a game 7. That's how good this win felt for the players, and LaMelo even said this during his interview.
A lot of big shots. A lot of good stuff. I'm just glad we got the win, man.
All jokes aside, LaMelo is a real one for welcoming his teammate right back, even though he still left in the summer. On the other end, Dalton Connect was never the same. He lost his confidence, and Draymond Green took the opportunity to roast him. Mind you, this was during preseason.
I mean, bro,
so Draymond had no filter.
Jaden needs to get playing time, but when he does, I don't know what he do.
Week here against this team we talk about.
During preseason,
Yo,
so
Draymond be really the funniest NBA player in there.
Week here against this team we talk about. Game number 2 will be just.
It's crazy how
Yo, I love
only
Draymond.
known for this, just like Jaylen Brown was only known for his left-hand jokes. To be fair, Brown has been killing
Bro,
it this
he's
season
getting
while
buckets
the
this season,
team
bro.
has been fighting for a playoff
Celtics
spot
are
in
number
the East.
2 in the East without Tatum. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, it's scary hours. It's gonna look like scary hours for the
Really levels
Celtics,
to
bro.
this. Now,
When
there's
Tatum
no
comes
better
back,
way
bro.
to finish this video
I don't know,
than with the
but is
biggest
Brown gonna
battle
hoop
of
this
the
in?
year. It took place in a game between the Detroit Pistons
Oh, this
and the
scuffle.
Minnesota Timberwolves. With 9 minutes left in the second, Isaiah Stewart went off for a floater, but Dante DiVincenzo wasn't worried. The Wolves ended up pushing the ball, but DiVincenzo got called for an offensive foul. Stewart immediately tried to take the ball away and told DiVincenzo, "Shut the f*** up." Gobert came to his defense, but Stewart just started pointing at him. Coaches tried to cool him off.
Bro,
but
Stewart is a
was pissed.
fucking
DiVincenzo
threat,
really
bro.
wasn't bothered at all, and that's when things escalated. Just 20 seconds later, Ron Holland got called for a foul. For some reason, Nas Reed didn't like it, as he said, A whole fight broke
Then
out as
I don't know what the hell Dante
DiVincenzo
DiVincenzo this man just got in the scuffle for what reason?
Players went into the stands and Stewart
Damn, push this shit down into the crowd.
He was actually trying to choke him, but nothing happened.
I'm surprised Stewart ain't throw a punch.
Grab Nas Reed, but DiVincenzo pushed him away.
Damn.
He was literally going 1v5 here, and he said, "Don't do that shit, man. Out of here." Then he asked his teammate, "You alright?" I mean, DiVincenzo did so much damage that Holland was literally crying. As
That man had a
Stewart was
busted
at the
lip.
bench, he grabbed his jersey and said, "Detroit." Detroit, basically
Bro.
saying that's what they're made of, and Jalen Duren suggested to meet after the game. Dennis Schroeder tried to warn him, as he said. However,
Damn.
he quickly backtracked.
You need that money. Bro, and this man just got fined and suspended the game for trying to swing on Luka.
In the end, 5 players got ejected from the game.
Damn.
Edwards gave his point of view.
I mean, we're gonna fight. Let's fight then. I mean, they out, we out. It's time to fight. We can't throw punches. Let's throw punches on the court, you know, within the game. So that's how me and Julius took it.
Bro, imagine if the NBA allowed fights, bro, on one-on-one fights, bro. That shit would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, the altercation?
Yeah, they could.
I don't think they should miss games for that. Maybe just some money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
players
they
ended up
There was Cavo, Stewart 2, Dante 1, Ron Allen 1, Reed 1, Marcus Session 1. How the fuck Stewart get 2 games? Ron Allen and Dante got 1. Who they were actually scrapping.
getting suspended, with Stewart receiving the longer punishment. Definitely the craziest moment of the year. And that pretty much concludes the video. What do you guys think of the
Oh
2025?
my gosh, a lot of
as a whole?
hectic stuff in
Which heated
2025,
moment was
man.
your favorite? Let me know your
Hopefully
thoughts down in
2026
the
has the
comment
same
section
stuff.
below. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.
Appreciate it. Damn, man, that's the vid. Damn, that bitch was a long ass video. I'm not gonna cap. Hey, man, W video by Legends. Hopefully 2026. It's the same stuff in store, man. But hey, man, that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, turn post nation, and miss that video. We greatly appreciate it. Till next time. I'm out.